Alright, so that concludes the wildlife trek. We can see, I mean, we got the Lost Kingdom. We'll get there in a bit. Yeah, I mean, we do have a jungle building that we can go to. But as for places like Africa, we'll see what we can see. I don't know why I like this habitat so much. It looks so natural. Yeah, you can tell it's a habitat. And there's the otter. There's one of them. I thought there were two. Might be wrong. Last time I was here, there were two. So. There's the Anacondas. That one up there, I believe, is a female, because usually female anacondas are way bigger than the males. Okay, so I think this is one of the coolest habitats here. It's a poison dart frog habitat, but it's literally, you can put your hand over. Now, I don't recommend it, but in zoos, poison dart frogs are actually not as toxic as they are in the wild. Because in the wild, they eat stuff like fire ants and centipedes, and that kind of gives them their poison. In captivity, they're usually fed stuff like crickets or bugs that don't give them poison. So it's kind of cool just to look over and see. Just I always have to wonder, like, do they ever get out? Last time I was here, up in that tree, there was a green iguana. It was like the red morph. It was like one of those moments where if you don't look up, you're gonna miss it. So, oh, hello, it's a little frog. Large fish and large turtles down there. Okay, so we just got out of the tropics, and there's one more building that I really want to see. It's a conservation building. It's got a lot of like terrariums and birds and stuff in it. It's nothing immersive like the jungle, or the rainforest or anything, but it still has a really good collection of reptiles and birds that they breed for, obviously, conservation. So we're gonna go see that, see what else we can see, because I'm on a little time thing, and I don't know how much longer I'm gonna allot myself to stay, so we'll see. Okay, Conservation Center. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, so if you ever come to the Conservation Center, I suggest entering through the middle of the building. There's an entrance that I showed you previously, and then there's this entrance, and it's easier because there are habitats on both sides. It's just one long curved corridor. So I recommend coming through the center, because then you can see one side, loop around, see the other side, alright, then loop around and see this side. So we're gonna see what we can see here. So yeah. Editing team out here. I just want to point out that the Diana monkeys on screen, this is not their entire habitat. They do have outdoor access, it's just I entered from the side of the conservation center and then just made my way to the middle where I filmed that portion earlier. So for anyone who's going to criticize the Diana monkey's habitat, and it's not their entire, they do have an outdoor portion. It's just this is more their indoor for winter purposes. So just want to point that out real quick. Now then, back to the show. So this is just a little segment I want to dedicate to the butterfly split fin. So I believe this entire habitat is theirs, even though they only need this little water. But these fish are actually part of a breeding operation because they're critically endangered. See, they're from Mexico, and because their habitat is so small that, sorry, there's flamingos in the background, but the habitat's already so small that agriculture, pollution, that kind of stuff takes a toll on or it could push them to the edge. So that's why places like the Tulsa Zoo are so important. And I want to say, I know there's a lot of people who advocate for no zoos, but this is the exact reason why zoos are important. I mean, look at this. I mean, I don't know if you can see them. I'm recording on my phone, but you see how many there are. There's probably I can bet this is a breeding group. Now, what they do with the babies, if they just keep building up population and send them to other zoos, I don't know what zoos are working with them, or if they even release them to the wild. This is why zoos are so important, and that's one thing I want to emphasize on my channel is the importance and the parts of zoos. So yeah, I just want to dedicate a little part to this. I don't know if you can still hear me because there's echoes in this room, and you got a bunch of flamingos over there. We'll get to them here in a bit. So just thought I'd dedicate a little portion to that. So this is the aviary section, the aviary corridor. So all the reptiles, amphibians, and fish. Now there's huge indoor habitats built for birds. And I'm kind of interested. What are your guys' opinions on concrete aviaries like this? Usually we either see birds in cages or in big aviaries. So curious to know what your opinion on these are. I think they're kind of cool. I mean, they're big enough and the birds are small enough they can fly. And ones like the flamingos over there, they can go outside, so yeah, that's cool. So this is Lady Ross's Tarocco. If you don't know, I really like Taroccos. I don't think I've ever gotten a picture of a Lady Ross's. I think they're just really cool because I'm used to the green Taroccos. And of course, no zoo trip would be complete without showing the resident lions. Yeah. Small habitat, but that was one of the keepers. Small habitat, but I think they're going to be getting renovations soon, or sometime. Still, they are really pretty. Especially this lion with his mane. Oh, Lioness got up. And here's the meerkats. So we'll look out. Guess it's too cold for them, but look at them. So cute. Look at him, he's just looking out the window. Okay, so apparently there's a little tunnel right there, and the meerkats do have access to their outside habitat. They just politely choose to stay inside. Don't blame them. If you hear that owl sound, well, it was going on a few minutes ago, but if you heard it, I believe that was one of their snow leopards. You know, interesting thing about snow leopards is that in the Himalayas where they live, when explorers will go around like the mountains and stuff, and no painted dogs, that's alright, but when explorers would go around the mountains, they'd hear the snow leopard yells, and that's what they think the Yeti is, because, you know, the sound, it echoes and travels, and I don't know, I just think echoes and travel. There's a plane. Gosh darn it, plane, ruining my recording. Anyways, and just think how scary that would be. Like, you're an explorer and you're going through all the mountains. Like, I don't know, you're trying to travel from India to China or Tibet or something, and you just hear this owl, this echo. You can see that here's all their Aldabra giant tortoises. You know, they all got an inside habitat. You need to come here in the summer. See, look at them all. So you need to come here in the summer when all the tortoises are outside. It's gonna happen when I went to Dickerson Park. Is all the tortoises were inside because it was like early summer, so it wasn't quite warm enough. So I need to come and see these guys in the heat of summer. So we're closing in on our allotted time here, but this is the last part. Oh, right up there you can see a snow leopard. So, oh, and over there too. The thing I like about snow leopards is that, like other cats with rosettes and stripes, is that they all have their own unique markings. And this guy, aside from he's missing his left eye, this guy and his friend up there look like they're wearing goggles. Like, they got weird colors. See, around his eyes. I'll show a picture, but they look like they're wearing goggles. So, I really like this habitat. It kind of reminds me of Omaha, but I'll bet that's who we heard. So, okay, if you can hear me, because it's like a really loud plane. Actually, come think of it, the Tulsa Zoo is kind of close to an airport, so it's loud as heck. I wonder what the animals think of these. But what I wanted to say is there is a so this is the inside of their giant temple kind of area in Lost Kingdom. You know, you got your Komodo dragon right there. Check this out, Malayan tiger. And with that, I think we're done here. So I think it was a productive day. We saw a good amount of the zoo, saw the wildlife track, and I hope that this kind of shows that the Tulsa Zoo is a good one to visit in the winter, because, I mean, technically it's spring, come to think of it, because it is March, but it was like 30-something degrees, so whatever. Anyways, still, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, follow us on our other socials, all that good stuff. Hope you enjoyed, and remember, always be prepared, do good daily, and love nature. For your life is a canvas, and you have the brush. Auf Wiedersehen!